All right, so concept 8. We're still dealing with the order of operations, but this time we're going to look at how to use the order of operations when you're actually evaluating an expression. Okay, and we're going to use up to 3 substitutions. So let's talk about some of these things. Now you will need 4 highlighters. You could probably get away with 3, but I have 4. And then of course your pencil to follow along with us. So let's talk about what this means. When we talk about evaluating something, when the directions tell you to evaluate, what they want you to do, that means to plug something in and then simplify. And simplify, another important math vocabulary word, simplify just means, for you, for now, means no parentheses. Simplify will mean more later as you move on with your math career, but for right now, that's what I want you to focus on. Simplify means work it until you don't have any more parentheses and you're like as simple as you can. Do everything that you can. Now, the thing you got to remember is whatever you plug in must go inside parentheses. And that's an important rule about substitution, and this is one of those rules that it's like a constitutional rule. You can never, ever, ever, ever break it, okay? We hold these truths to be self-evident that all substitutions must go into parentheses. So let's take a look at what we're talking about. In number 33, it says, evaluate this expression, z minus y divided by 2, if, what if y equals 2 and z equals 2. Then what is the value of that expression? Because remember, we could plug in anything we want for y and z. So that's why we're going to look to the question to see, well, question, what do you want me to plug in? What do you want me to evaluate this for? So if y equals 2 and z equals 2, we're going to do, looking at your expression here, let's see, y is orange. So there's a y. And here is a z, and we're going to be doing a lot of highlighting, so just be ready to keep up with us. So we're going to have something minus something divided by 2. Remember I said all substitutions go into parentheses. So the second parenthesis is going to be my y value, and the first parenthesis is going to be my z value. So going back, my z value is 2. My y value is 2. Once you have everything plugged in, it's just a matter of following your order of operations. PEMDAS. Parentheses, there's nothing inside parentheses that need to be done, so we're good there. No exponents. Multiply or divide. Well, I see a division sign there, so I'm going to start here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Bring down the rest of my problem. Multiplication and division is done. Addition and subtraction. 2 minus 1 is 1, and I'm good to go. Let's take a look at another one. Evaluate y squared minus x if x equals 3 and y equals 5. Well, where is my y? My y is this first one. And where's my x? The second one. Okay, so just planning this out, being ready for what's coming. I've got something squared minus something. And my first something is y, and my second something is x. All right, let's substitute. Y is 5, so I'm going to put 5 here. X is 3, so I'm going to put 3 here. Now, following my order of operations, parentheses. There's nothing inside parentheses that I need to do. So I'm done there. Exponents. I've got an exponent right here. Remember what exponents mean. Exponents mean you're going to take your base, in this case 5, and you're going to multiply it times itself. How many times? Just forever? No. You're going to do it this many times. The exponent tells you how many times. So this is actually going to be 5 times 5. I multiplied 5 times itself twice. Okay, so I have 2 of them. And that is 25. Bring down the rest of my problem, and I'm done with exponents. Any multiplication or division? No. Addition and subtraction, 25 minus 3 is 22. And that is as simple as this problem can get. So it is fully simplified. Why don't you pause the video? You try 35 and 36. Come on back when you think you've got the right answer. So how'd you do? Did you get 12 and 3? I hope so. If you have any questions, bring them to class. Let's keep moving along because these can get a little bit more complicated. Let's see what I'm talking about. All right, so we have evaluate r plus p cubed if p is 2 and r is 2. All right, no sweat. So I'm going to have something plus something cubed. Let's see, and I didn't color code my problem, so p should be pink and r should be orange. Okay, so this first one is going to be orange, and my second one is going to be pink. Let's plug in. R is 2. That goes in here. P is 2. That goes in here. Once everything is plugged in, I'm going to follow my order of operations. So, parentheses. There's nothing inside parentheses that need to be done, so we're good. Exponents. Here's an exponent. This time it's cubed. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 2 times 2. Multiply 2 times itself 3 times. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. And there we go. I'm done with exponents. Now, any multiplication or division? No. Addition and subtraction? 2 plus 8 is just 10. All set. Now, 38 is where things get really colorful. Evaluate x times the quantity y minus z if x equals 5 and y equals 6 and z equals 3. I have 3 things to substitute. So I'm going to take my time here. Z is there, y is there, x is here. And since I know everything that I substitute has to be in parentheses, I'm going to set this up. X, that's where my y will go, and that's where my z will go. Double check. Check and double check. There's y, or x, there's y, and there's z. Plug them in. X is 5. Y is 6. Z is 3. All right, everything is plugged in. So PEMDAS. Parentheses. I've got some work to do inside this set of parentheses. 6 minus 3 is just 3. Bring down my times 5. I'm going to keep it in parentheses. Remember, anytime you have two numbers that are right next to each other and you want to multiply them, they should both be in parentheses. So you've got this like parenthesis times parentheses, or they're like buddy-buddy with each other right in the middle. That means multiply. So my parentheses are done. I don't have any exponents. Multiply and divide. These two right together means multiply. So 5 times 3 is 15. And I don't have any addition or subtraction, so I'm all done. Why don't you take a look at 39 and 40? Come on back when you think you've got it. So how about it? Did you get 4 and 6? I bet you did. You're so smart, and you're working hard too, and it will pay off. So if you're struggling, don't get discouraged. Just keep trying. Keep at it. Come to class. You'll have it in no time. Why don't you go ahead and try 41, 42, 43, and 44 on your own tonight for homework, and come in tomorrow ready to discuss the answers that you got.